Aha! Good evening all. Hope we are all doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Affinity Racing and Manufacturers. Absolutely buzzing to see this track on the calendar, the event schedule. Love, love, love Sardinia. It's a difficult track, but it's always given, I've found, really good races. So that's what we're going to hope for tonight. John, how are we doing? Car gone for its MOT. Did it pass, or have you not heard back from them? If you haven't heard back from them, that's normally not a good sign. Lee, how are we doing as well? Hope we are all well. Let's jump straight in then for a little bit of practice. We've got 10 minutes or just under before the session opens. That's running a little bit too wide there. And we are on the medium tyres for this race. There is no tyre, two different compound requirements. It's just the medium tyres. I need to double check, however, if we have a mandatory pit stop in there, which I suspect we will. But we may not. Just before the 100 metre usually for braking there. Absolutely bang on. Trying to be as gentle on the throttle, but also as early as we can for a good exit. This is the one that is the absolute killer. Coming the other way is probably more difficult, since you're normally carrying quite a bit more speed. That one you can try and carry a bit more through that right-hander. Great track, absolutely. This layout of it is a little bit more unusual or less common to see, but it is such a mega layout. This one here is the difficult one in terms of trying to pick yourself an apex that doesn't quite exist and then trying to clip those curves without unsettling the car. So difficult. There we go, wonderful stuff. And that, as we probably already know, is a lap of Sardinia, road track A, reverse. Right, I've got no idea in terms of lap times where that is going to put us as such, whether or not that is actually any good. But we're going to hammer on with the practice and try and just improve as much as we can. Down on our time there, not quite as good. It's worth doing, John. It's worth putting the practice in, I would say, to get quick around here. I'm sure you agree. Because once you're flying with it, it is a mega track. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Right, I think we want to aim probably straight away to be in the 42s here. Mids potentially. Actually down on our time on this one. Let's consider this an exploratory lap, however. In fact, let's consider them all exploratory laps. Yeah, once you get all right round here, or kind of like comfortable with the track, it is absolutely mega. 3.5 tenths down on that one though. Usually it's a good sign if he's not called you. How come? Because he's not asking for bank details to pay for an astronomical repair bill. a bit better. Right, we're going to be doing 2 attempts tonight as well, by the way. So we're going to be doing the 6 PM slot. Oh, I keep not going out wide for that one. And then messing up the corner slightly. Yeah, we're going to be doing 6 PM and 8 PM. And then calling it a day after that. So we should be finished round about 9, either just before or just after, depending on the exact length of the race. Ah, no, too wide. I was trying to keep my foot planted there for that one. That did not work. Possibly a keep it in 5th kind of job actually there. Down that back straight, looks like it definitely is. Look at that, we had a much slower run across the line. We're already 2 tenths up there. So keeping that in 5th, definitely worth it. Oh, we were up loads on our time there. Rick, how are we doing? Can I get another confirmation of what I actually need to call you? Is it Rick or is it... do we need V Rick? Which do we need? Which do we need? You might have to remind me. If no issues, you call you when it's on the way home. That's the way to do it then, yeah, I got you. Pick up and drop off service included. How about that? Right, just to say as well, this is before we've looked at any kind of brake balance settings as well. So I think a slight lift here, but still try and plant it. That's more than enough. There we go, that is lush. Wonderful, look at that gap. Yeah, so this is before we've looked at any kind of brake balance. Normally in the Lambo, Mr. Flair, yeah. Maybe in the Lambo we normally want to try and go brake balance to the rear, just to try and look after the fronts and keep as much front grip as we can do. That is also depending on the track in a lot of cases, but look at that gap there to the Ghost. Oh, that's one where we've outbroke, for example, there, and then we're trying to turn with 0 front grip. So we're going to lose quite a bit of time there now. I think we can get this pretty low down in the 42s, I would say, though. The only thing that we need to be careful of around here is, in the race, losing time. Getting binned off is so crucial to your race. There we go, low 42s. I think we can get down then, definitely 41s. Now, I've clipped the wall there. I think that's the way to go, though, is 6th gear, because we need it, because it will max out in 5th just before the corner. And when you lift, dropping back down to 5th to get the better acceleration through that as it straightens back up. Bill, how are we doing? Hope we're all well. Right, we might claw a bit of this time back here. We might be up on our time as we cross the line here. I think we will be. Absolutely, another half a tenth there. See if we can get that last tenth and a half to get down into the 41s. And that's where we've hit the wall. There's all that time that we're going to gain back. Turning too early into the corner there. There is a wall. If you turn early, you will hit it. I think you're normally surprised by how early you have to turn the car there when you're trying to keep a bit of power on. The understeer is horrific. Go, that's better. Go, go, go. Yes. Four tenths up here now. That's what we want. Down to the 41s here. We'll get ourselves entered. Make sure we don't miss it. No bill. This one's manufacturers. This one. So we're with Lamborghini for the manufacturer. So we're in the NSX. In the NSX. What nonsense am I chatting? In the what is the Lambo? The Huracan. Sorry. NSX. I'm chatting absolute rubbish there. Levicious with a 40.4, so 1.5 seconds quicker than me. Hogston there, 40.9, quite literally 1 second quicker. So we still got a bit of work to do here. I think outright top speed is what's going to make you the fastest around here, given that there are so many straights. But good exit out the corners in the race is definitely going to be helpful. Right, let me get the stream up on my phone. Right, guesses in then. What will our quali time be before we get entered into this race? We should and will get 4 laps, maybe 5. If my maths is probably wrong, potentially 6. But I don't think 6, I think 5. Right, get your guesses in. What is our quali time going to be? If you guess correctly, our lap in purple free t-shirt is yours from the merch store. Links in the description for that. Oh, that's what I mean about the understeer. The profile of that corner seems to have changed, I think. I'm trying to work out if that's the same corner that I think it is, where you go uphill into a hairpin. There's so many different layouts of this track. I can't remember where they all overlap. And I can't remember if that's the same corner that I think it is. I feel like it is, and it's the profile's changed. Best lap could be a 41.6. Yeah, hopefully we can do, I mean, even better than that still. Maybe we can get down into the 40s with a lot of practice and not running wide like that. Probably going to nudge the brake balance back to the rear just a little bit, try and keep a bit more front grip. The problem is it's trying to get on the power mega early, and when you do that, the Lambo is actually so planted that it struggles to turn round. to the point it's almost, it's pretty much understeer, but I mean it's driver-induced understeer.
It's almost like you've got to drive towards the wall knowing that the car will understeer enough that you don't hit it. That's the difficulty there. That's pretty much how you're having to drive that one. Right, 1 second up. At this point, we're already 0.2 quicker than our current best. I don't think you have to V-cut that corner as much as I'm setting that up to do there. Hippie Heat, how we doing? Hope we're all well. Good luck tonight. What's that say? C-O-D? Call of Duty? Is that what you mean? Call of Duty time with the missus? Hope we're all well though, buddy. Thank you for popping in. First gear is definitely the one that we want out of that corner, but whether it serves you well in the race on a set of worn tyres, I don't know. There's a few people going to get this corner wrong, and there's a few people not going to push as much as others, so we're going to have to watch for that one. Can just not need to V-cut that and probably carry a bit more actual cornering speed, I think. No! No! Oh, let's definitely not do that in the race. Let's definitely not do that in the race. Right, we're only going to get 2 more laps here, I think. This in 5th. I'm going to try and absolutely fly this up this corner here. Yeah, you can be so much more aggressive than what I was. Maybe not actually the quicker way though, because then you're sacrificing exit. No, still too early on the power. I will always struggle with that corner. It's such a difficult corner. To be absolutely 100% quick through it, at least anyway, is very difficult.
Right, one more lap. Predictions in. What will this lap be? I'm going to start again. Oh no! I'm going to start again. I don't know what they're doing for quali. I haven't actually had a look, but we will check that one. If it is a longer quali than the race, I will be devastated. Can't be doing that to me again. Interlagos was bad enough with a 20-minute quali session. Utterly ridiculous. Right, we're on the money with this one. Let's go. No! I think it's 18 minutes again. Well, that's just a disaster. If it is, that is an absolute disaster, because this is such a good race and combo that it could have been. I would much rather another 5 laps in the race, another 6 laps in the race, and maybe force more strategy within that, more variables. I was just going to say I'm just going to lose because I had a lift up there. I'm just going to lose out a little bit. Oh, that was a new best. Only by a few thousandths, I think, though. Right, let's have a look. Qualifying 18 minutes. 18 minutes and then 12 laps. You're pretty much going to get 12 laps in quali. Maybe 10, 11 laps in quali, I think. That's horrific. That is horrific. I don't care who you are at Polyphony, you cannot give me a good enough reason as to why that is set up in that way. That is stupid. Absolutely stupid. And look at this, we're falling right down the orders on the manufacturers as well, because we didn't manage to do the last event. So we missed out on that. We missed out the one before. So we've actually only done 2 of the 4 events. And then this one's the 3rd one that we're getting out of 5. And then I'm gutted that I'm not doing, I think it's Suzuka on Saturday. And I can't do that one either. So I'm fuming. Absolutely fuming. So this is going to have to be our chance to get it. Look at that, 746 points for that guy there. We could have been well on that if we'd managed to do the other races. We could have double what we've got there, which would have been well in the 700s. Right then. We're going to head out. We've got an 18-minute quali session, which we've just said that we hate the idea of. And we are going to start recording now in case anything interesting happens in qualifying. Which, who knows? Maybe it will, maybe it won't.
might just race these guys. We might just treat this like a race. That's actually not, but, you know, it feels like we should. Let's all try and make the most of it. Get some racing laps in since we've hardly got ourselves a race. Just a qualifying session. This is only our first real chance as well to see what tyre wear is actually like. I think the tyre wear is the same during the quali as it is the race, but normally they don't do fuel depletion, which is annoying. Can't say you're unhappy at missing an 18-minute quali. I do enjoy the longer quali. This is the problem. To be clear, I enjoy the longer qualifying. Give me a 30-minute quali session. Give me an hour-long quali session. I'm all for it. But just do not do that at the cost of the actual race. We all come on here to race. We don't come on here to sit and do quali laps and time trials. So, by all means, give us a longer quali, but make sure that the race is, like, in proportion. It's just stupid when they don't do that. Right, with all that said, how well do we think we can do on quali? We're probably quite a way off the pace considering some of our friends there are up into the, or down into the 40s. .42 is the first lap to go in. Then beaten with a 41.4. We are well off the pace on this one. Oh, we've hit the wall. Down on our pace here, so we're going to be grateful for a longer quali. It's going to give us another chance to put right this awful lap. The lift off oversteer kicks in. Right, is this one going to be any better? No! Why are we so far off the pace? We've just been putting in decent 141 laps. 141 time laps. Why are we now so far off pace when it comes to quality. Yeah, but the tyre wear is not that bad. And our first lap's a 42.5. Our second lap's also a 42.5, just 8 thousandths off. That's very, very, very close. I just can't work out why it's then so far off what our quali was. That's probably how we want to take that corner there, as we see a lot of time gained on that one. We've got a penalty to serve somewhere around here. Trying to work out where it is. There it is. Oh, probably my fault there. Probably my fault. I think it was. If I've ruined his quality, that is absolutely my fault, that one. I take the blame for that. Not watching who was behind me there whilst I was trundling around. I take the blame for that one. My fault, my fault, my fault. That was bad form. Right, that was Damien whose lap I think we ruined there. I'm just going to make sure that I message to say, please forgive me. Oh, I've realised why. We got traction control on. Has that been on that whole time? Has that been on that whole time and I've just not noticed? Oh, surely that's got to have been it. Has traction control been on during that whole quali and I've just not realised? I hope so. I hope that's been the issue. I really hope that's been the issue. Please say that's been the issue. You do not want traction control. Get it off. John's saying yes. So you're saying yes, the traction control's been on that whole time. I've just not noticed. Oh dear. Silly. Silly, silly, silly. Right, well that might explain a lot then. Hopefully it does anyway. Now I don't think that will be testing for pole here, because that's a 41.3. We're somewhere round about 0.6, 0.7. Oh yes, it has been. Right, okay, that explains that one then. What a schoolboy error. How do I get out this guy's way? That's how. There we go. Right. Now that we've not got traction control, let's hope that first of all this guy doesn't ruin our lap. Oh! Very nearly. Right, John's guessing a 41 treble 6. Still down a bit on our time there, but I would expect to be with the turn 1 almost incident. So that's fine. Let's just keep pushing on here. We'll do another 2 laps, maybe it's a third, and then we'll come into the pits. Bill, what time was it? What do you mean? Oh, our quality time from thingy, I think it was a 0.7. something or other. Oh, 744, I think, if I remember rightly. Anyone else guessing? Yeah, we need plenty more guesses in. So if you guess correctly, my fastest lap, so in this case now, it will be the one that actually gets counted for qualifying, since we are in qualifying. Don't run wide there. There we go. If you guess correctly, you need all 3 decimal places, so 42.531. You need all 3 decimal places. And if you get it correct, our fastest lap, free t-shirt is yours from the merch store. I cannot be any more clearer that you need all 3 decimal places. Right, let's go. 40, 41, still a 42, but that's a little bit better. However, it is still P12. Now that we don't have a car here, can we be a bit quicker? Yes, we can. We should absolutely be up on our time already here. Down into first, get that round, go, 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 go. That is much better. That is much better. Go, go, go. Slight lift there, that's going to be okay. Go, go, go. I'm probably braking too early there, but I don't have the commitment yet to absolutely send it into that corner. Right, 42.083, that's what we're aiming to improve. We're already 3/10 up on that time. I'm going to try and just stay a little bit closer. I was going to say closer to the wall there. I couldn't have been any further away from the wall. 3/10 up though. And most definitely 3/10 down after that. The apex is about half a mile that way. 7.83 from pole position. So look at that, 12 positions all within less than 8/10. That is very close. Aaron, how are we doing? I'm assuming you're going to say 41.569. Mr. Flair saying 41.526. Hit the wall. Yes, that's nice, that's nice, that's nice. Right, just under 9/10 from pole position. Vaza improving on his and almost down, as we can see there, to the 40s. There must be some cars around here that are just absolutely rapid. And me driving like that is not going to be one of those cars. Right, let's go again. With a 40.569, I think it felt like we could have been there in the free practice quali, in the free practice time trialing, but then I'm well off the pace at the moment. And I don't know what's the difference is. Make sure we let this guy past. Well, we'll struggle to get a really good result out of this one, I'd have thought. That said, if we're starting a little bit further back, you never know in terms of slipstreams and just managing to hold on to people. Maybe our tyres might be better. I mean, they might be worse, who knows, than the majority of cars in the rest of the field. Make sure I'm not blocking this guy. Right, let's go again. That was a bigger lift, I think, there than I have done previously. Right, I'm probably a little bit too close to the guys in front. Slipstream wise is normally turned off in these quali sessions, which I find a little bit annoying. So I'm not really referencing or meaning slipstream and dirty air. I'm meaning if they've been it, we're buggered. Just down on our time. Make sure we don't lose out on this corner like we did the last lap though. Right, that's nicely done, and power down all the way through. Hoping that these guys here, one of them going slow, doesn't get in our way. Oh, I've done it again. I've done it again. Right, one more lap. Oh my god, that's not even anywhere near an improvement. I'm just remaining absolutely committed now. Let's hope that's not a penalty. Come on, absolutely commit to this one. Still up. This will be hopefully an improvement if we can hold on to it. Go. Right, that's going to be an improvement at the end there. Might grab one or two better positions here. There we go, 41.7. That's what we got in free practice. Jeez, that took some work. I mean, it's still P10, it's not that great, but that took some work. Difficult in this Huracan though around here. I say that, someone's in P5, so maybe it's not the car. I might have to take some responsibility here, and I do not want to do that. Dames, how we doing? Hope we're all good. Are you racing in this one, buddy? I hope you are. Oh my god, our quali time is a 7:44, exactly the same as what we did get as our fastest lap in free practice. So we've not managed to improve even from our practice sessions. Now, let me just double check here. Minimum number of pit stops, none. And only 12 laps. I don't know, or I very much doubt that it's going to be worth pitting at all. So why have they given us such a crap race? For a combo that always delivers. Group 3s at this track. Give us a pit stop. Give us a bit extra. Give us something else. Rocking the Jag later. Nice.
Z4 would have gotten you a 140 flat with a spin. Unfortunately, we are committed to Lambo for the manufacturers. Yeah, clearly no pit. Yeah, I can't see it being worth it. But hopefully it is a race of tyre wear by the end of it then. See which cars, if any, have worse deg than the others. Tyre wear is fine. Yeah, I just meant out. Sorry, yeah, I meant between the different cars. So hopefully we can close to a couple of cars. We don't have the outright pace for quali, but if there's a couple of cars in front, for example, that Peugeot is normally pretty front end understeery. So we might grab 1 or 2 positions with people on bad tyres or worse than us. This guy's done all right though. He was only 4/10 off. Driving odd cars in Group 3. Oh, what, you mean you thinking them up into Group 3? No, you can't do that into Group 3, can you? Oh, you mean uncommon Group 3 cars, yeah. Yeah, the SLS is a nice car. Right then, predictions in for this race. Sadly no pit stops as we say, sadly nothing like that. Just 12 laps flat out. Now, I think we'll struggle. I'm going to go brake balance all the way to the rear to try and protect the fronts. Let's see how we get on. Let's go. It's basically a car of the best straight line and half decent on its tyres. Oh, here we go. Here we go. That's what we got to hope for. Oh, someone's going to hit us. Yeah. 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 Oh. Bugger. Alright, then we've got a lift here. Just losing so much time when you're trying to battle. So, oh, it's pushed it into the wall. It's pushed us into the wall. Losing so much time when you're trying to follow and battle cars around here. Right, if we made it into the top 8, I would say it's probably a bit of a miracle. Let's just do our best to try and hold on. Oh, here we go. There's one person gone. Their rejoin not particularly great there, though. Oh, they're still there. Chan rejoin not particularly great because he was willing to just drive through me there. Luckily for us, we had ghosted.
Oh, we've been hit again there. This is brutal. This is absolutely brutal. No mercy in this race. Oh my god. Oh my god. No team orders with the McLarens, yeah, exactly. Papaya rules, guys, what are we doing? Papaya rules, don't crash into each other. You're clearly not listening. That's the killer there, is people bouncing off the walls. We're going to have that one. But that is absolutely the killer that you're trying to avoid every time. It's not so much racing as it is just a game of dodgeball. Right, P8 in front of us though. If we get P8 from this race, I'll be very happy. In all seriousness, this probably is a race of tyre deg here, because as soon as your fronts start to scrub and you're understeering into the walls, so much time to be lost, even with just a tiny little bit of contact. And speaking of contact, Chan here, straight into the back of the Supra. Oh, very nearly into the wall as well. That's it there. Literally aim for the wall. It feels like you're almost shutting your eyes thinking, right, I'm about to hit this wall here. But at least in the Lambo, the car will understeer. When you're trying to keep the power down, it will understeer wide of the fence that you essentially have to try and hit. Yeah, just trying to be patient, absolutely. I tell you one thing, some cars might end up having a fuel save. Just looking at that there, for the cars that are really thirsty, they might have to fuel save. We're a quarter of the way. Oh no, we're not. We're a third of the way into this race. Oh yeah, I take that back. Probably none of the cars, I think, finding themselves a little bit short on fuel. I think all of them would be all right. Even the Supra, which was notoriously bad. Just keep trying to stay on the back of these guys. We can see a couple of the guys up ahead as well, sort of concertina and bunching up. Obviously, especially into the corners. This guy hasn't managed to close to us too much. These guys are going to go side by side. They're going to attempt it. It's obviously not going to work. Both of them almost into, well, certainly into each other, almost into the walls. And a half-second penalty for Chan, who clearly ignored, as far as the stewards are concerned, the track limits. Behind them now, come on. We're on them now. A slipstream from the Supra is a pretty super slipstream. There we go. He serves his penalty. I thought we would have got in front of him there, you know, but we're not going to. We do that time, though, as he runs pretty much off the track. There was most definitely a bit of a lag there. He just seemed to... I don't know how you can end up across to that side of the track that as quickly as it appeared on our screen there. Now I'm starting to understeer through some of these corners. Is anybody else having the same problem? That Supra normally does feel like it turns fairly well in majority of corners. I don't know about super high speed. Not that many of these are super high speed. We've got our P8 though. P7 in front. Can we have that? It's probably going to be a case of just sitting behind for majority of the race and then hoping we get at him later. It's weird though, because it's still no more than a daily race C kind of event though, is it? Really? Still nothing more than that. Despite the massive build-up like qualifying, I don't think there's much else about it that screams a World Series event. Oh! On the grass, that's not good. I'm not sure if I'd say the quali's like pointless as much as I would say it then makes the race feel less significant. Only 12 laps when we've pretty much done 10 laps of quali. You feel like I'd happily have that as a 1-lap shootout but have a 20-lap race. So much rather that. Because also, if you're looking at the tyre wear, a 20-lap race probably would start to make a pit stop feel like it's worthwhile, and you would have a few people chancing it and some differences in strategy then, even if they kept all of the race settings the same as they are. some people would be looking at that thinking, I'd rather probably a fresher set of tyres by the end of the race. And you'd have a few people giving it a go. Now we're sort of averaging or matching pace now for Damien, the race leader, which tells me his tyres is potentially a lot worse than what ours is. It's sort of stayed at that 10.5 second gap for a little while now. He says as it now jumps to 10.8. Right, we've got these two guys scrapping in front. They may not be scrapping, but they're certainly chasing each other down. That was the one where I went to aim for the wall, hoped that the understeer would make me miss the wall, but I did actually hit the wall. Oh dear. Thank goodness Gran Turismo can be fairly unrealistic at the best of times, because that was set to be a write-off. Hitting the wall at what was probably the best part of 100 mile an hour. No matter what wall it is, you're probably doing some damage. Right, come on, let's try and get back onto the pace of these guys here. Three laps left, final quarter of this race. Someone has gone into the pits. I assume they're just giving up. Come on, we want this P7. I think the Supra has got too much straight line pace though, as we can see we're in his slipstream and we're still not closing at all. Oh, it's a penalty for him though. get that one. Can we hold on to it though? We've got P7 now. He's served his penalty. I don't think we're going to quite close to P6 here. Now the Supra is going to have our slipstream. Final lap though. Can we just defend for one lap? Get this P7. Look how much quicker he is in a straight line. We didn't manage to close like that when we were behind him. Here we go. This final sector, try and hold on to it. 4P7, which is a decent result. Don't run wide. Go. Yes, we've got him. We've dropped him. Right, don't mess it up in this corner here. The lift off oversteer can be a killer. I'm just going to coast our way through. Go, 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 go. Yes. Yes. That'll do nicely. P7. We'll take that. Still 13 seconds off the leader, which means on average they've been 1 second a lap quicker still. Which is slightly annoying, but we'll take a decent P7. Can't complain with that. I just do find it really frustrating that we've had the length of that race. We've kind of like already done it in quali. Just feels a little bit silly, really. Yeah, and I can't see any logic as to why we're doing it. I like that we're prioritising quali and putting quite a bit of emphasis on it. But the bigger an event qualifying is, the race always has to be a bigger event. So, do you get what I mean? It's just a bit silly. I don't really get it. Unless they're trying to figure something out or test something or get more data on qualifying sessions. I can't work it out. And I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, Chan Chan was very aggressive, as you say, though. Paid for it in the end. Don't think he ended up with a... Yeah, he's finished where we started. Ultimately. Ended up with the wall in the second lap. Luckily wasn't dead last. Oh, mate. It's honestly, if you have a bad start round here, it's such a killer to actually get past. As much as it's lots of long straights... Unless you're in something like the Supra, actually getting past on a straight line is difficult. Yeah, it's like an F1 sprint race before the race. Yeah, it's yeah, it doesn't make a huge amount of sense. We're going to jump into daily race C, however, and then we're going to do one more race of that. I'm going to jump back in the Peugeot here for some practice because we weren't... I didn't like the Peugeot, but then it does seem like it's still the car of choice around here. So I want to give myself a chance to get plenty practice in. Yeah, I tried the Jag, Aaron, for this one. I really liked the Jag, but the Peugeot seems to be still the way to go. I also tried the Beetle on Monday night, on our Monday night stream, and loved that car, but just not quite, I think, where the Peugeot is. Unfortunately, because I hate the Peugeot. It only drives in straight lines. And it's not a dragster. Understeer central, this car. Gonna disappear. No worries, John. Catch you in a bit. I was gonna say it's on Saturday for manufacturers, but I can't do that one. So no doubt on Monday in that case for the next week of dailies. Enjoy the rest of your week, buddy. Enjoy the rest of your enjoy your weekend as well. On the first corner, try first gear. We'll give it a go. Right, 3/10 up here. Oh, I hate this bit in the Peugeot. Just understeer on both corners. It's absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Right, 3/10 up. We'll be here. Still got a long way to go, another 7/10 that we need. Taking off for this one though. That's it. Go, 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 go. Here we go. We're going to be close to beating, if not actually beating already, our best quali time from Monday night. I think we actually are going to do it there. 27.2. We beat our previous best by a 10th already. I should have just probably stayed in the Peugeot all night on Monday. So it seems. I just hated driving it, but it is the quicker car, I think. Oh, I think we can see here it definitely is the quicker car. Right, we're going to improve again here. Maybe this will be a 10th as we cross the line. It will be precisely a 10th. Oh, maybe, oh, a bit more than that. Right, couple more laps. Get your guesses in. What do you think our quali time will be, or our lap in purple? Hopefully we can keep improving. 27.1 is where we're at the moment. That's 27.168. I wonder if you'll be correct with that one. Yeah, okay then. Our next fastest lap. It might not be our purple lap, but of our next 2 laps that we'll get, what's the best quality time of them going to be? John O'Reckon, I will be very fast. I doubt that, but fingers crossed. How we doing, mate? On the switchback. Oh, maybe not. Right, all the way out wide. Try and get as much speed here as we can. 26.958. Oh, you reckon we'll get into the 26s? Fingers crossed. Oh, not like that, we won't. I need to change gear. I must remember to do that. Right, 10th and a half down already then. This is not a good start to this lap. But we'll try and claw it back. Let's. Oh, thought it was going to be up on our time there. Right, let's go again. Last one, last one. What's this lap time going to be? Guess, guess, guess. What do we think? Half a tenth down. We can claw that back though. Go. That's better. No, it's not. No. Right, we're going to snag another 10th here. I think we will. Yes, another 10th and a half. Oh, can we get this down into the 26s? Oh, please be down into the 26s. Please be down into the 26s. Direct to the line. We've got a couple of thousandths in it. Go, go, go. Yes. Thank God for that. We got down to the 26s. Should never have doubted the Peugeot. I hate Peugeot, but I should never have doubted the Peugeot. There we go. That'll do me. That is a little bit better.
Right, into the race. Problem being... Oh, still, there we go. I was going to say, problem being, our quali times, no matter how quick we thought we were just nowhere near everybody else. Right, we'll start on the hard tyres. Because you do need to change tyre compounds for this one. Yeah, 992, yeah. It took me a while to realise what you're talking about there, Bill. Right. The guys ahead, though, look at that. We've got 992, they've got 981, and then 959, 955. Those guys are in front, all within half a tenth of a... not even half a tenth, sorry. Yeah, half a tenth within the next 4 positions. Yeah, Digit at the very top. So, as you say, we probably know who's going to win this. I don't know if actually on that quali there I had brake balance to the rear. Should have done. Here we go then. Starting P10 for this one. A new and improved quali time. We'd have been starting at the back of the grid with our previous quali. This is a very fast grid. See what we can do. Do you think Digit's going to deliberately throw this one away if he's messing about in the Suzuki? I hope he does. Right, got to sit behind these guys best we can. The problem here, or not problem as such, but I'm having to race on the hard tyres in this car for the first time in a while. We didn't do any practice on the hard tyres, so we struggle to make much progress. Just have to try and keep it on track. Oh. Concertina effect there. Oh, everyone's hit everyone. We've gone round the outside there somehow. We've been hit. Oh! That is so unfair on the guy that technically we spun, but we only spun him because we got spun, and then we were ghosted. I don't know why we were... No, was he ghosted? Maybe we were ghosted, or was he ghosted? I can't remember now. And then someone, whether it was us or him, can't remember which... I felt like we were ghosted, but maybe we weren't. Oh, and then we've been hit and launched through the corner up to P8. That is not how I wanted to get those positions, but we've got them. That is an absolute mess. This lobby's really quick, and that's turned into a complete disaster. Why is it always the worse? The better the lobby, the worse the driving. So it seems. Mental. Absolutely mental. Right, we're in the slipstreams here. Just... End of lap 4, I'm going to come in off the hard tyres. Bit of contact for these guys up ahead here. Between each other. We've always felt like... I love racing this track because it always feels like you get really good racing.
But we found on Monday night that the lobbies were absolute carnage. This looks like it's similar. And I don't know if that is because people are starting to get bored of seeing the same race every time. 4.9 to the lead. Inside, yeah. Oh! Someone has absolutely launched. Someone. Now P4's in front of us. I would never have been expecting to be sat behind the podium here. Or not the podium, sorry, but one position from the podium. If we ended up with P4, can you imagine? Oh, I'm going to just have a little look to the inside there. That felt like he braked very early. And even on the hard tyres, I'm going to spot an opportunity to get the overtake into the hairpin. That'll do. Right, P5 for us. I'm going to come in at the end of lap 4, so we've got Skywalker in front. Let's see if we can have him. I'm surprised that we've made this level of progress, I've got to say. Go. Come on. Within 2.5 tenths, within 3 tenths. Closing in the slipstream. We'll absolutely have it. Good stuff. That'll do. Right, up to P4. Was not expecting this. We're going to go into the pits now. Actually, no, I'm not. Because I don't know what these hard tyres, the medium tyres, are actually like in this thing. I'm just going to go one more to be safe. To be safe. Oh, he's gone for it. He's sent it. He's absolutely sent that one. Good move. Good move. No! Braking force is strong within this one. Yeah, the brakes are decent. Make sure we keep the car in there. Right, into the pits this time round. Onto the mediums, let's go. Alfred, how we doing? Hope we're all well, buddy. Thank you for tuning in. Right, we're going to drop down to P12 now. Luckily, we're not going to have any traffic either, which looks promising. Might have people coming out just behind us, but I think we'll be okay. No battles happening here. Alright, let's go. Let's see what we can do now. we can hold on to that P4 for this, that'll be mega. Yeah, we're going to do another manufacturers, another round of this after, and then another round of this daily race C, and then on to the manufacturers, absolutely. Right, Skywalker into the pits now. Are we going to get past him here? Saying don't short shift this car. It feels like it needs to be short shift, but I'll take your word that it doesn't. Decent exit out there, I think. Go. Right, one more into the pits. Alex Yabo should get past him, I think. It's 11 seconds up the road. We should be clear of him, I reckon. Right, R. Jones in P5 there. I'm not sure who that guy is in terms of where he was on the grid. I don't think we were racing with him earlier, so he might be someone that stayed out, potentially. Or he's gotten an almighty undercut. If he has pitted as well. 5.7, the gap is growing. Penalty. That might be a penalty. Oh, it is as well. Half second. That's a killer. we're closing quite a bit to Jones in front here. Hopefully we still can, but it's going to be tricky. You can sort of try and gain it back by braking as late as you then dare, but it's hard to judge after serving the penalty of exactly where you can brake. Right, 10 seconds to the lead. Digit's still flying ahead. Absolutely flying ahead. Right, and I think over these laps it's Jones in front that we're then chasing down. We were closing to him quite a bit. It was 5.7. We had the gap down to 3 point something, I think, before we served that penalty. So we'll keep trying to chase him. 4.2. Unless he stayed out, here he is here. Unless he stayed out on the medium tyres all that time. And now his tyres are absolutely cooked. Suzuki has a good top speed. I was going to say, just look at that. He's like well held it in the out in front there. Don't think he has anybody on him. Not by the looks of things. Right, 2.7. I think he had a penalty in front here. Oh, there you go. Kiros has got in front of Digit. So he did have someone right beside him, putting the pressure on. Still 3 more laps to go for us. Right, we're right on him now. This is for P4. 2 laps to go. Oh, he's gone in! Right, we're gifted P4. We've got to hold on to it then. Harvey behind. That is how you slow a car down. Drop it into first gear at 160 miles an hour and see how it copes. Right, 1 more lap, but we've got this guy right behind us. Can we defend for a lap? He's gone for it. He's gone for it. We'll have the switch back though. Not necessarily directly out of the corner, but the better run as we V-cut a little bit more. Come on. Try and cost him a bit of time to lose here into turn 1. is probably my plan. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, I just understeered just slightly off the corner. Really struggling to get the tyres to bite in. Oh, that might be track limits there. Come on. Oh, have we got him? Have we got him? Not quite, not quite, not quite. Less than a tenth in it. That was good racing though. P5 is a good result from P10. Plenty and lots of carnage though, which is what sort of let us through and get the win. Get the win? Get P5, get a few positions and through the grid. It's because I was then looking and my next sentence was about to be, did you manage to get the win in the Suzuki? Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. What a belter. There we go. It is weird to get this race so many times. It does provide good racing. It's always a combo that provides really good racing, but just to keep seeing it, I feel like it's doing a disservice to how good this game actually is and could be. We just want a bit more variety. That is all we ask for from Polyphony. The game is incredible. The racing's incredible for the most part. Just variety. That's all we need. A bit of variety. Why did you shift up so fast? It feels like it does need to be short shifted though. Like in the slipstreams, I was finding that when I did shift a little bit earlier, that was when you started to close. But yeah, I did feel immediately that I'd probably shifted that one just a bit too quick, regardless. Alright, I'm going to stick with the Peugeot. Right, let's get into this one then. Brake balance further back. Let's get your predictions in. What will our quali time be here? Or our lap in purple if we can set one. 26.992. We just managed to break down to the 26s in that last quali session. Can we improve at all in this one? Go. Right, this is where, as Bill says, we need to rev the car out. probably keep this one in 5th, I think, before we have to hit the brakes. Right, go. Is this one going to be any better than that 126? It doesn't feel like it was an absolutely on it kind of lap. There we go, literally just a 10th short, that's all though. That's where it really feels like it struggles in that first sector. Feels like every other car is just so much better there than what the Peugeot is. Same here. The car just doesn't feel comfortable or quick on pretty much any part of the track, and yet it is, which I just don't understand. Right, what do we reckon? We get one more lap here. All the way out wise. No! That was just enough to lose way too much time there. Might be clawing some of it back now though. Wow, it really does benefit you to actually go mega wide over the bridge. We even clipped the grass there and still started to gain time back a bit. Yeah, not quite a match on our earlier best time there. Right, P4 for this one now. And again, the guys in front, very, very close. I didn't change tyres. I didn't change tyres. I didn't change tyres. We're starting on the mediums then. Did not change tyres. I was too busy saying hello to everybody on the in the lobby. Try to turn in a bit sooner into turn one. Got you. We'll try and give that a go. Right, let's go then. P4 for this one. Can we at least just try and take one step forward onto the podium? Go! Oh well. We're on the podium. No, we're not. He gets it around the outside. He holds it around the outside. I think he must be on the hard tyres still. He's going to do very well if he holds that round there. He's going to as well. We're going to have to give him the space here. He's going to run to the inside. That's not a good start. Right, and round the and hold to the outside. There we go. Right, we got it. We're on the podium. Go, 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 go. Can we close to these guys though? 1.3 up the road. Right, they're costing each other quite a bit of time there. A couple of tenths gained already. There's the early shift working for us. Definitely in slipstream. Car's just able to make that work. Oh, and we nearly make that work, but we can't. We have that, yes we do. P2! Right, 1.4 to the car ahead. Come on. Now, if he's on the hard tyres, we're buggered. Here's to hoping that he is also racing on the mediums like us. 1.3. Do we think we can do it? .3 still. Too many mistakes on that lap there. Really struggling to match this guy for pace here. I was earlier on, but now I'm definitely not. James, sorry mate, I've seen your name pop up earlier and I totally forgot to say hello. I was talking about something else at the time. I apologise. Hope we're all well. Tell you what, if we still get a P2 in this race, that is really good going. But hopefully, if we're not going to progress, hopefully we can hold on to this. Oh, losing loads of time there. Big mistake, that one. Gap back down to 1.9, but Jambon behind and looks to be absolutely flying through in terms of pace. Oh, he goes into the pits. Oh, he's been on the medium, so he's going to do a few more laps. than we're probably going to do on the hard tyres. Look at the difference that the slipstream makes. I think one, maybe two more laps. Maybe two more laps, but probably one on these medium tyres. Since we've ran with the heavier fuel, you don't get as much life and grip out of them as you would have done taking a few laps of fuel out of the car first on the hards. Hopefully, though, we can still be quicker than what was it Alex there would have been on the hard tyres when he goes in. Hopefully we're getting the overcut here. Oh, we get a lovely bump draft. That is delightful, that. Oh, jammed on with a penalty. Well, that suits us perfectly, that does. Right then, one more lap I would say. But this last lap is pushing it, to be honest with you. Let's give it a go. Even the warm mediums are better than new hard tyres, yeah. It's just when you start understeer and you feel the horrible slide as you just glide past the apex that you were once easily able to hit. You start to worry about making mistakes as well. Especially when you're going around corners and all you're hearing is tyre squeal. Like that there. Constantly just missing every apex that there is. Right, we're still pretty comfortably in the 28s though. I mean, to be fair, even that's still in the 28s. I don't know if we'd be on this pace on the hards. Should we just stay out for another lap and just see what happens? Or should we pit? Now is the time to decide. Box or no box? Box or no box? Oh, let's box. Mostly because I missed my gear change, so I've already lost time. And I don't want to then lose it all the way down that straight. So let's just do that instead. Play it safe, shall we? Right, that is not what I wanted to see. Is those two flying in front of us and being 2.5 seconds up the road. Not ideal. Right, can we close? Can we close at all or no? Or not? These couple of laps are going to be the ones where we find out. Oh, the guy behind working with us. Bump drafting there. Wonderful scenes. Things you love to see. Yeah, they probably are bump drafting each other. How are they gaining so much time? My absolute pace on the hard tyre probably isn't like optimised that much. I obviously haven't done as much practice, but they are absolutely flying ahead, look. Which is one of the things that I hate about being in these quicker lobbies now. It's amazing to race against some of these guys, but man, it is difficult to keep up. How do? Extensions behind if you need, behind the chair there, or there's one in there that my camera's plugged into, the extension reel. You just want that one. Got it? Whichever one you want, whatever you need. Right, 2.7 up ahead. Those guys have split apart a bit now. Yes? No? No bother. Well, we did say at the start if we can make one step forward for the podium, that would be pretty spot on. That is all that we've actually managed. Still one more lap to go, to be fair, so it's not over yet. I think I need to do some practice on the hard tyres by the looks of things, quite clearly. We'll still take a podium though if we can hold on to it for one more lap. Jonathan, how we doing? Hope we're all well. If anybody sees an exploded engine dropped on the racetrack, it is probably mine. 160 miles an hour, smashed into first gear. That is called engine braking, quite literally. Almost. 6/10 down overall on our time there, but at that point we were sort of 7 or 8/10 on some of the medium tyre laps. So maybe the crossover or the point in which it is worth going on. You can see we've been pretty consistently 28s on those, well, those last 2 laps there on the hards. This, I suspect, is going to be the same. Absolutely it is. Yeah, pretty consistently 28s on the hard tyres. We'd say P3. That's a good result, that one. Not too bad. Not too bad. We'll take that one. Right, we're going to be jumping straight back into manufacturers now. At Sardinia. Oh, my phone's only on 4%. How's that then? How's that then? Wish you good luck in the next races. Thanking you. I think that I don't know, I'm feeling not as bad as I was after the first one. As long as we can just stay on the pace and stay consistent. Anybody dinking it into the wall here and there, I feel like we're kind of alright. God, I much prefer this car. Much prefer this car to the RCZ. At least this actually turns in comparison. It felt like this understeered, and then you're in the RCZ and you realise you don't know what understeer is. And I'm sure that people are taking that absolutely flat. If they're precise enough, they're able to take that flat. Maybe it's not all the way throughout the race, but definitely in quali. Let's go again. Predictions in. We're going to get 2 laps here. Don't think we'll finish the 3rd. What do you think our quali time, or not our quali time, but our lap in purple? Because obviously it's not a daily race, so we qualify in the actual event. But our lap in purple, what do you think it'll be? Free t-shirt from the merch store, if you get it correct. But you've got to get all 3 decimal places, so 41.744. Got to get it exact. Guesses in, guesses in. Can we beat that 41.7? I think that took us a little while to get down to, actually, didn't it? But maybe it's with a new lease of life after driving the RCZ and feeling like we're actually back to driving a normal car, or a decent car. We might be able to push and find a bit more lap time. Oh, not like that we won't. Not like that. Right, this is going to be it then. This will be the last lap. And we'll not quite finish the next one. I'd still brake later than that because I'm obviously having to reopen up the steering into that corner, so clearly we can brake quite a bit later. G, how we doing? Hope we're all well. Are you racing? Are you racing in this one? maybe see you on track, potentially. Oh no! Oh no! Anyway, if anybody can tell me what that quote's from. Oh no! Anyway, if anyone can tell me what that quote's from, bonus points to you. Never raced this track. Oh mate, it's absolutely mega. I know you've just watched me put it into the wall twice, but it genuinely is. There we go. When you get it right, awesome. Too far. Too far. That's a good run. That is a really good run. Oh, still not quicker. Right, can you keep this flat? Oh, still lifted there. I think the answer to that is no, you can't. I think the answer is you're probably best not. Right, in we go for the 3.5 day long qualifying session. Right, predictions in for quali. How many laps will I ruin by putting it into the wall? It's that first sector that's the killer. Once you get past that, you feel like you've managed it. You feel like, right, the rest of the track's kind of like all right now. Not an absolute killer if you make a slight mistake. That is nicely done. That is nicely done. That is not nicely done. That could have been better. We were obviously carrying so much more speed there that I needed to brake way earlier than I normally would do. Good luck, cheers, Dame. Same to you. Right, take this to the line. Let's see what this is going to be. 40, 41. Ah, still a 42. Try our very best to improve. That's even faster again there. Right. When I do manage to absolutely take that one flat, I obviously need to brake a bit before the 100 metre board. Oh, and I've butchered that as well. That's where I've lost a lot of time. Cross the line with this one and then into the pits. Oh, nah. No, we knew that that one wasn't going to be a great lap. That's it. That's a bit better. Go, go, go. Way too early on the brakes there. I need to be a little bit later on the brakes for that left-hander coming into this infield sort of section here. Right, I'm going to cross the line with this one. Right, that's a little bit better. 41.6, that's a bit better. So this next one here is going to be an in-lap. Unless we somehow end up being way quicker, in which case we'll cross the line with it, but most likely an in-lap. Although we'll be well up on our time here with this here. Yeah, 2/10 up, because that is so much better there. Actually managing to do that. First right-hander trying to clip that fence without clipping the fence, whilst also having our foot down. If we can carry on with this time, well, then we might as well just keep this one to cross the line. If we can stay this sort of 2.5 tenths up that we are at the moment. Yes, we can. That's going to have cost it. That's going to have cost it. Ah! Come on. Yes. Oh, man, we lost so much time there. We would have been on pole for that lap. That lap would have had us provisional pole if we didn't make that mistake. Into the pits for this lap. Oh, guy in the post had two big moments there. One snap one way, one snap the other. Stay out of the way here. We've got two people on quali runs behind. Right. We'll get through this corner here. I'm waiting for the next one to come. There we go. Make sure we stay out of everyone's way. Doing as best we can. Right, so as we see there, we've got we've got 6 laps before we've gone into the pits. Then we're going to have our out lap here, and then I think we'll get another 3, potentially 4, depending if we cross the line just before or after it hits 0 to get a final lap in. Right, let's go. This next lap, or the lap that we're about to start, is our best chance of improving. Go! We massively hit the wall there, so we've definitely cost ourselves a good lap time on this one. Still try and push like crazy though. See if we can improve. We're dropping down the grid order a little bit as other people start to improve with their lap times as well. P6 now, was P5. Given the way the race went the last time, we started P10, I think it was. We did manage to make up a few positions. If we just 1 or 2 more positions higher for our starting position, at least, I think we might be alright. Oh no, just completely butchered this lap. Let's not kill the tyres in this final sector or wear them out anymore. Here we go. Let's hope for a better one this time round. I was well down on the time there. Oh, and I've hit the fence. Come on. Oh, come on. No. Start again. Come on. One more lap after this out lap here. very good. That wasn't very good. I was too busy studying the lap times there. I was too busy looking at the lap times thinking, oh, actually, I got a 41.4, which is still quicker than I've managed to do in any of the practices. This guy's going for... This guy's on a warm-up now, that's alright. We go again. Next one. Let's see what this does. Let's go. Final lap. We've got to push like crazy on this one, just hope for the best. I think I'm still down on the time though. For this one here, I've got to be really... It just wasn't very good or very quick. That one wasn't very good. Right, in the meantime, a few more people are improving. We are dropping down the order. Be able to see there, we're now qualifying. That was an awful run through there. We're now qualifying P7. Yeah, we're 4 tenths down now. So this is not going to be a lap to talk about really. Still wasn't massively off in the end there, but anyway. P7. Hopefully, there's a couple of people still running here. Hopefully, they do not improve. Worst case, we're going to end up we could end up P10. I think we'll be. Hopefully, we'll be all right. Fingers crossed. Right, P7 it is then. That's all good. Can we get a better result than our last one? How many points on the table for this one? Why am I looking at the weather? Oh, I don't... Yeah, there it is. Right, 234. If we can bag ourselves over 200 points in this one, I'll be happy. So we want a P4. Oh, does anyone know, by the way, you know, on the points, do we know if it takes your best result, if you've done all 3 entries, do you know if it takes your best result or if it takes your last result, like your latest, most recent one? So if you won, you got 200 points or 200 and whatever points, and then you've done the next entry and you came last and you got like 1 point, do you know which one it takes? Someone commented on the thing saying if you won the rate on one of the previous
round said, if you won the race, why did you go for it again? I was like, oh, just because we stream all the races, but as far as I know, it takes the best result anyway. To which he said, no, it does not. But I'm not sure which is correct. Excuse me. Right, well, here's where we're going to struggle. In front of us, in P1, we have a Supra on a track made up of mostly straight lines. Then we have a Porsche, which is sort of decent in the straights, but very good in a slipstream, of which he's got a great one from the Supra. Then we got an RCF Ferrari, which is just unbelievable out of the corners. Another Ferrari, unbelievable out of the corners. Another Porsche, unbelievable in the slipstream of the Ferraris coming out of the corners. And then us. So, how are we going to fare up in this race? I've got no idea. Rick's saying it is the last result. Well, that's not very good then. Not very good for us. We won one race at Interlagos, and then we went in another and finished like P7. So I've buggered that one for us, haven't I? Right, predictions in. What do we reckon? We got a decent result on the last one. We got P7 on the last race. We got to hope that we can get more than that on this one. Let's see what we can do. Let's go. We could have seen that happening, couldn't we? We could have absolutely seen that happening. Oh well, that's this race done. Absolute disaster. And this is the one that we're going to finish the stream on as well. So we've just been talking about which result does it take. It's going to take this one where we're P16. And probably going to be for majority of this race. How did the guy that went in front of us put it into the wall and then wiped us out? How's he still managed to like fly ahead? How? That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Welcome to Gran Turismo, where common sense does not exist. Not even going to close the gap to the guys in front either. Annoyingly, I could see that happening as well, but I didn't do enough to avoid it, so still my fault really. Managed to regain any of this, I'll be very surprised. Two people going off.
consider myself the greatest Gran Turismo driver in the world if I was able to get this back to P7. But look at the gap. Even if we're a second a lap quicker, it's going to be lap 10 by the time we get on to P13. We're just so far, and the grid is very, very close, so you're never going to be a second a lap quicker. You're just having to hope that people bin it. And that's not a fun way to race, to be honest. Not a fun way to race. Being pretty silent for most of this stream, I'd imagine. I'm not going to blame anybody if they ended up sacking the stream off at this point. I will say a massive thank you if you have tuned in. If you want to stick around, or if you're kind enough to stick around to see whether or not we can actually manage this recovery race through no fault of our own. This has become a recovery race. Then please do, and by all means put in your predictions. Can we get any further up the grid? If so, where? And I'll probably go as far as saying if you get that correct and it's anything above P10, I will be mighty surprised. But we're absolutely going to give it our best go. We got 3.5 to the guy ahead. Haylock's in front here. Let's see how we fare up. P9, P10, Stu reckons. How we doing, buddy? Hope we're all well. I don't know if you saw the incident, Stu, but for a change, us ending up at the back of the grid was not our fault. I promise. Right, there we go. One other person spinning it. Oh! Thankfully, he's ghosted. Look at that, these past couple of laps we've been just slightly quicker than Diddy in front as well. Because we got the gap from, I think it was 16.7.8, something like that. Briefly there we had it down to very low 16. I've lost a bit of time there, being an idiot. Right, few cars ahead here. But still a fair few seconds up the road. We can see the P10 that has been predicted for us. Fingers crossed we can reach it. really struggling to close the gap to these guys, even though they are running so close to each other. They're not really costing any time at all. They might even be working together on the straights and only fighting in the corners. Gap up now to 17.3 seconds. To the lead, that is, obviously. Halfway through this race, I was really hoping that more people would have binned it by now. So far, not so good. Oh, here we go. Guys side by side here. Is this our chance to close and grab what could be P11? Let's be fair, we've done alright to close to these guys here, and in the time of the past 7 laps we've only lost 1 second to the leader. We've been absolutely on his pace for Diddy there, who is a very quick driver. So I'd say that I've done alright to catch up to these guys, in all fairness. Not that we have fully caught up to them yet, they're still not even within 1.5 seconds. Certainly couldn't be going for any overtakes just yet. But it looks like they're trying to eye up some overtakes in between each other. If we can just grab ourselves, well, I don't even know, 1 more position, 2 more positions, just to feel like we've got something out of this awful, awful race. The combo itself's mega, and it is my favourite Sardinia layout. I love all the Sardinia layouts, to be honest. But yeah, I would just love to have had a slightly better race. Our first round was decent. This one, not so much. Let's try and close a little bit here. We might be in just a distant slipstream. I'm not sure. Hit the wall. We've hit the wall. Oh, here we go. Well, one of them's just ended up into the wall there. I don't suspect that that was the cleanest of overtakes, unless there's a bit of history or justification for that one. A bit of history between them, perhaps. Can we close at all? We got a slipstream, distant slipstream from this Mercedes in front. We're closing to him, come on. 3 laps left, quarter of this race still to go. Come on! Right, we're on him, we're on him, we're on him. Go! Go! Right, I can't believe I'm so ambitiously chasing down P11 in this race, such as what this race has become. But I absolutely want it. And annoyingly as well, there's actually a few positions there. Oh, he's given us the place, I think. Well, is that the one that binned us in the first place? Maybe it is. So, P11. We can see 8, 9 and 10 here. But I don't think we're catching up or getting anything off them. 2.3 is the gap there. It'll be the end of the next lap before we even close that gap, I would have thought. Well, that is going to be that. Gutted about that race. Because we qualified well, and I thought that we might have done okay there. But let's just review the stupidity that ruined our race, shall we? Oh man, before we have a look at that though, thank you so much everybody who has tuned in and who stuck around to watch me just drive around in an absolute silent rage for the rest of that one there. I didn't think we were going to catch up at all really, and then when we did start closing to the back of the you know, sort of second half of that pack, I thought, oh, maybe there's a chance, but they just held on and couldn't really close. Yeah, have a look at the start of our race, James, because ours was an absolute belter. Tragic, and ridiculous. But that was just lap 1, turn 1. We'll quickly review it. We'll quickly have a look. I can't believe, by the way, I think that was the guy that gave us it back was the one that done it. But I can't believe that people carry on the race and only give it back like if you've caught up to them, as if like you've done all the hard work to catch up to them, so therefore you deserve to have the position back that we took from you earlier. Almost to, you know, see if you are worthy of it in the first place. Just give the place back immediately when you know you're at fault. So it was Mock GT. It was this guy here, I think. Let me just say, lap 1. Stupidity. Dear me. Let's have a review of it though, because it was still funny. He obviously was so buzzing he thought he got the position. And then went and put it straight into the wall. As you do. Or as we normally do, to be fair. Luckily not always at the jeopardy of everybody else. Oh yeah, the point is skipping a lap because it was literally turn 1. Right, here we go. So reviewing this one, he thinks that he's going to get the move. He then forgets that he needs to hit the brakes, and of course he hits the brakes, or hits the fence, and that becomes his brakes. Annoyingly though, he stays on the back of the pack. Look at all that. Right, he stays on the back of the pack, you've seen that there. Us, on the other hand, get hit and end up spun. And we couldn't even... The turn and circle of the Lambo not even good enough to do a 180 U-turn. But alright for him, he's still in the pack. Yes, he's got damage. But he's not too much, he's lost a few positions. He was P8, he's now P12. He's only lost 4 positions and he's still within the opportunity of absolutely getting them all back. So he didn't give the position in the end. Even though he can see us behind him, he still didn't give the position. And the Spaniard that gave us it, I thought, was the one that must have done it. Guilty conscience and all that, and eventually he's give us the place back. I don't know why he moved out the way for us, the Spaniard. Apart from maybe he's just thinking we'll just let them past if we were a little bit quicker. But this guy here caused all that carnage, didn't even give the place back. I could say what I'm thinking, but it would get me cancelled. So on that note, I'm off. Right. Thank you so much everybody for tuning in. Absolute heroes. Shame that we didn't get a good result to end the stream on. But we got a couple of decent results in Daily Race A, Daily Race C, sorry. But yeah, just a shame that that one didn't end on a slightly better note, but never mind. There we go. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I will catch you on the next stream. We were going to be meant to be streaming on Saturday for manufacturers again, but unfortunately, I've been asked to go dep a gig, which I now regret agreeing to do, to go play some drums on the weekend. And I regret that, and I would rather be sat here doing manufacturers. However,
I've said yes, and now I have to commit. But we'll end it there. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Bunch of legends. See you on Monday. It'll be the next one for the next week of Daily Races. So we'll catch you all then. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend. And enjoy the F1. Toodles.